Hey everybody, it's Andrew Morgan. I'm joined here with Jim Britton from Blue Gene Networks. Jim, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Jim, we're going to be talking about conditional access, specifically for Appgate. We're seeing this solution, a new one in the MSP space, traditionally plays way up market. You know, we've seen it in Air Force and different parts of DoD, large organizations, but this multi-tenant solution is making its way down market into the MSP space. I wanted to have you on and tell your story shortly because you were one of the first MSPs to find Appgate, and we have a great relationship over the years. But in setting the stage, you know, once we saw COVID and this mass move towards remote work, people started looking for alternative solutions for remote access. We certainly knew that threat actors are looking for VPNs and attacking them. We certainly know some of the challenges of traditional VPNs. But then we also have other macro factors like security, cyber insurance assessments, and regulation driving controls around access control and conditional access. So to just maybe start off, Jim, quick overview of yourself, Blue Gene, and then how did you happen onto Appgate?
All right, so thanks for having me, Andrew. So my name is Jim Britton. I am the service manager for Blue Gene Networks. So I am responsible for making sure that we do what we say what we're supposed to do, what we sell. And I've been here for 10 years. And we're a managed service provider based out of Fort Worth, Texas. So yeah, the story with Appgate for us, I know you've heard this before, but we stumbled upon Appgate. What happened was we were lucky enough to land a pretty good sized law firm, and that law firm had their servers up in a data center, large data center. And the Blue Gene says, we don't need to keep it there, we'll put it in ours. So we moved all their data over, got them there, and put them on our tried and true VPN solution because at that time it was right in the middle of COVID. A lot of people working from home, and it didn't take very long. I would say a couple of days, maybe it was hours before they said, okay, this isn't as good as what we had before. So we either want Appgate back or you're out. So at that point, I'm looking for something, and I don't know Appgate very well at all, but I reached out to them, and we quickly did as fast as we could, got that solution up and running just for that company, and all was well again. And during that time, I'm like, wow, that solution was pretty slick, purely from a VPN alternative, right? Once we got that rolled out, about that time, I don't know what was changing in the world, but our VPN solution, a lot of VPN solutions, getting people to access stuff remotely, we kept noticing tickets coming in. I mean, it might be, I think it was just remote workers, hotspots, shared workspaces, things of those nature where our solution just kept having some problems. And we knew we saw this product, Appgate. We knew it was faster, it was more reliable than what we've been using in the past. So it was really just, it was a simple thing for me to say, hey, everybody, we're noticing y'all guys are having some issues with VPN in these shared workspaces, hotspots, where you're working from home. We have an alternative that we've been successful with. It's reliable, it's really fast. Would you be interested? And that's kind of where it started and how we've deployed it.
That's awesome. So you guys are a very metric-driven company. I might add, very compliance-driven. You guys have had your SOC 2 for years, and very security-focused, obviously. Ticket counts. Did you see dramatic changes?
Absolutely, yeah. So as this really, I guess we let the fight come to us a bit. Again, just quickly looking at what are we seeing. You know, we review them all the time. As a part of our proactive practice, we have our techs go out there and look at the repeating tickets, things like that. And then VPN, it was normally more specific clients that we were seeing it, just troubleshooting VPN issues. It always seemed, again, be related to, oh, they're out in the field, they're doing hotspots, stuff like that. And for, again, pitched it. Would you guys be interested in it? I think it'll make our problems go away. It'll solve your problems. Yeah, let's give it a shot. And by the way, Blue Genes puts the guarantee behind it, right? Hey, let us roll this out. If you don't like it, we'll come up with something else. Every time we've rolled it out, it has solved all of those problems. Yeah, it just makes those issues, it makes those tickets go away completely.
That's fantastic. So I'm going to wrap things up because, again, I know people have a lot on their plate. They don't like to watch long videos. Jim, maybe just if you could bring together, the go-to-market, and that could be anything from how you're making money specifically with it, the macro of basically we're seeing cyber insurance asking for conditional access as a requirement. We're seeing, obviously, you guys are very focused on 800 and 171 and CMMC. We're seeing that as certainly a requirement. Talk to us and wrap us up with maybe some thoughts around this.
Sure. On the conditional access, as it relates to Appgate, again, we saw it as a VPN play originally. And just a side note, Appgate has helped us a ton to make this more MSP friendly. Okay, so that part's been great. And from a billing perspective, all of those types of things, they've been great there. But on top of that, their ease of deploying policies and entitlements, and I'll be real quick here, policies, your domain joined, your machine's running good AV, you are in this Active Directory group. Great, now we're in. Now we can get even more granular because they have more things such as, I only want this user to be able to access this port on this IP address, or this URL, and they have to, and then there's even API calls. So the ability to quickly get granular on these, whether it's internal, external, and then you can apply, because it's multi-tenancy, that same kind of policy across multiple clients, so you don't have to recreate the wheel there, has made it really, really easy for us to put a policy in place with compliance that's reproducible across all of our clients really, really quickly.
You made me think, as I close this out, of how we're also seeing, most MSPs starting with a use case, initially protecting their own house, their RMM, especially for remote workers. Jim, that was fantastic. I really appreciate you sharing your story, how you're using it. And it's great to see you as always.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a pleasure, man.
Thanks. Make it a great day, everybody.
You too.